Gonna flashback to how they found it, or nope, still back to now. I guess we're still just flashing forward, I guess. We're heading toward our old secret observatory. That night. Same abandoned station where I was reunited with Hikari again. Oh, that's where it's at. The abandoned train. Back when we were kids, made that place our secret base and played there all the time. That's where the Ancient One's evil eye was now. According to Hikari, that is. Saya wasn't officially part of the 6-star club, but I invited her all the same. Excuse me? I'm good. Figured she wanted to see Hikari again. And besides, it wouldn't feel right going there unless it was the 3 of us. Guess I want to avoid being alone with Hikari too. Ever since I found out she's Komako, I don't know how to act around her. Planned to meet Hikari after we asked Miss Mikuru for a donation, but she just had to turn up early. Look at she regretted it now though. I watched Hikari and she and Saya walked ahead of me. Just couldn't work out what she was thinking. Why did she suddenly join the astronomy club? Why did she pretend to be some random office worker? How did she know the person she was messaging was me? I guess the username Akito wasn't exactly hard to figure out. Well, seeing as I was the only person to respond to that shoddy photo, it would have been weird if she hadn't at least suspected it was me. Now that I thought about it, when we first started talking, her messages did have some strange questions. Had she been trying to work out if I was the same Akito she used to know? Oh, hold on, does this mean I had been actually complaining about Hikari right to her face? Took out my phone and looked at the message log from yesterday. The girl really irks me though. Even when we were younger, she always acted without thinking. Not really interested in being involved with someone so reckless. Oh, she's just trying to play her own wingman, wasn't she? Something like that. I did. Picked up my pace a little until I was close to Hikari, still trying to act casual so she wouldn't notice. The huge... Oh my god, dude. Give me your pants, please. Like, really big. How did Hikari manage to grow so much so fast? Somehow they look even bigger in the picture, though. Was it some kind of trick photography? Was it really fitted clothing? Huh? Oh, you know, any clothes. Got a little carried away and blurred out my thoughts. Let's get going. It's going to get dark. Stood ahead of the other two and took the lead. He's like, no, I'm not having this conversation with them. I'm not explaining what's going on in my mind. Made slow progress. Guess we're still getting used to being a group again after all these years. No one said a word, but I think we were kind of excited. The 3 of us together again, going to the secret base where we'd spent so much of our childhood. I think it'd be pretty exciting personally. Stopped and stood for a moment. The Hoshino Dam was right in front of us. Hikari stared at the expanse of concrete dam up the river, grave expression on her face. Yeah. There used to be a bridge downstream. That was when we'd always met up when we got together. It felt special to us when we crossed the bridge, left the normal world behind and entered the lonely wilderness of the mountains. It wasn't completed until after she moved away. Hikari looked out across the flooded valley. Somewhere at the bottom of this reservoir were the remains of the town where we grown up. Come on, let's go. No use standing around. We continued to walk alongside the dam. Saya's house was nearer to the center of town. It wasn't part of the land that got flooded.
秋人はどうしてるの？
Yeah, I had to move. Been living in Granddad's house, but that was under all the water now. Lived in one of those new apartment buildings until last year, when Granddad died. Don't worry, he lived a good life. He was a stubborn, cantankerous old man, but towards the end, he said something that made me seem differently. If you hadn't been here, I'd have had no one to take care of me. Thank you. That came out of nowhere. I'd always thought it was nothing but trouble to him. But when he told me that, I broke down to tears.
じゃあ今はどうしてるの？
I live at school.
そうなんだ。ん？
Yeah, how is he gonna explain that? He didn't look confused as she started to realize what I just said.
何？学校に住んでるって。
After Granddad died, I went back to live with some relatives for a while. But it didn't work out. They were the ones who sent me away to live with Granddad in the first place. Oh. So now I work part-time with Miss Miharu and sleep in the astronomy club room at the school.
なるほど。それで学校に。いやいや、全然納得できないけど。っていうか、住んでいいの？学校って。ダメなんじゃないかな。
Sai gave a resigned sigh. That's why I'm in the astronomy club. Maybe my school was just way too laid back about the security, but didn't get the feeling I was going to be discovered by and be thrown out anytime soon. Those distant relatives were still my legal guardians. Even if they didn't necessarily love me, they still took me in and put a roof over my head. I was grateful to them, of course. How could I not be? I always had this feeling that I was a burden on them. Like every mistake I'd ever made was something I'd never be able to make up for. Eventually, I couldn't stand staying with them any longer. That feeling had been slowly chipping away at my heart. I've been feeling that way since my parents died, and I felt like if I didn't do anything about it, it would eventually drive me crazy. So I decided not to cause my family as little trouble as possible. Moved out and started earning money, planning to someday pay them back for everything. By the time Granddad was gone, they already decided to go to Hoshino Daiichi. That was a bit of a commute from their place, so it just made sense.
なるほど。ね。
Still, it's a really odd living conditions. I mean, kind of works for him right now, temporarily, and he's able to camp out if anything, if he really wants to. But still, that's such a odd setup. Kitty didn't look too sure, but nodded the same.
だから今は下宿先を探してるんだよね。へえ、一人暮らしするんだ。
I nodded vigorously. I don't get out of here and live my own life soon. I'm having to marry Miss Miharu. Said as a throwaway line, but the girl suddenly tensed up.
え？何それ？聞いてないそんなこと。結婚ってどういうことよ？しかも相手が早乙女先生って。
The store manager seems to like me, and since I have no place to live, she said I might as well join the family.
なんでそうなるの？飛躍しすぎでしょうに。
In a way, though, that's your fault, Hikari.
え？
The whole reason I'm in this mess because you spread some rumor about Misatomi being my first crush.
え？だって本当のことでしょ？違うの？
Looked at me like I must have been mistaken. No, she wasn't. I should know, right? Two of them walked ahead. Could tell they didn't believe me. It's the truth, I'm serious.
はいはい。さっさと行くよ。早くしないと暗くなっちゃうよね。
Why'd I even try? Hey, Misatomi's my crush. No one wants Misatomi, dude. I'll take her. She's great. Past the dam and carried up on the slope towards where we held our meeting yesterday. Are you getting tired, Saya? She looked a little unsteady on her feet, though. Walked a pretty long way. Now we were on uneven ground. Glanced around for something to support her, but couldn't find anything. Here, hold on. Saya took the hand I held out to her. Linked arms and clumsily staggered up the slope. I can carry you if you want. She got excited there for a bit. You're about to say yes, weren't you? No need to be shy.
してないもん。変なこと言わないでよ、もう。
Sai thumped my arm and blushed bright red. A few feet away, Hikari watched us. Smile came to her lips. Maybe you're perfectly innocent, but knowing Hikari, it's probably some hidden message. What? You creeped me out here.
安心したよ。さやとアキトが付 ってて。
What? Confused, Sai and I looked at each other, then back at Hikari. We're not... like, not together together. What she was talking about it now.
別れちゃったの？そうは見えないんだけど。
We didn't break up. We were never going out to begin with.
どういうこと？
Hikari looked to Saya for an explanation. Saya seemed troubled, but didn't say anything.
いや、どこからどう見ても付き合ってるでしょうがそれ。
What? Oh, you mean this? Sounds like she got the wrong idea about Saya clinging on to me. Always done this, right?
いや、
Hikari looked at me and Saya, like we had a couple of screws loose. Did you want the other arm? Why not?
さやが一瞬すっごい怖い顔して睨んでたから。
Oh my god, yeah, I noticed that too. Saya was just like, no, mine. My man. Saya is very territorial. She's tiny, but, you know, she's territorial. Really?
してないよそんな顔。おお、怖い。
Hikari gave an exaggerated shudder and bounded up the hill, full of energy.
もう、光。
Walked on towards our secret observatory, continuing our conversation. After climbing a little further, arrived at the line of trees. There was an animal trail leading through a small forest. Watch your step. Still holding on to me, Saya took a further step forward.
ここもあんま変わってないね。
The background for the forest is actually really pretty. I like it. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That's really pretty. Kudos on whoever did the background art. Kudos. Major kudos. Forest floor didn't get much light, so there wasn't a lot of new grass, leaving our old dirt path to look more or less the same as it always had. Walking along the path, supporting Saya as I went, couldn't help but remember the day. Day the three of us had discovered our secret observatory.
昔裏山に隕石が落ちたんだって。学校終わったら探しに行こう。
Hikari had suddenly came up with that idea one afternoon. We had met up at the bridge after school, walked into the mountains, just like we were going now.
早く。待って、光。
Sai, take my hand. I don't know who she heard that story about the meteor from, but it didn't sound very likely to me. Even if it was true, we'd never find it. We didn't have any idea where to look.
大丈夫、磁石持ってきたから。隕石には磁石がくっつくんだって。
Actually, not all meteorites contain magnetic metals. We didn't know that, but that back then. We were just clueless little kids with all the time in the world. Especially Hikari, who never seemed to run out of energy.
暗いよ。お化け出ない。大丈夫。さやのことは私たちが守るから。
Yeah, we both will. Don't be scared. We're totally serious, and I think Sai could tell. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. Taking courage from Sai when she was little, she's really adorable. I like her. She's cute. Taking courage from what she said, Sai ran after Hikari, still holding on to my hand. Do you like Sard?
そうじゃないの。ちょっと怖いなって思って。
Also, I kind of just noticed that her hat kind of has these things that almost look like bunny ears. That is cute as fuck. I'm not even kidding, yeah. Oh, was it the darkness of the forest that scared her? Come on, Sai, not a little kid anymore. Old station wasn't far beyond the forest. I'm sorry. We all had so many special memories of that place. I wonder what it looked like now. From going there yesterday, I knew the train was still there, but it had been dark and I only been able to make out the silhouette. It's probably a mess now. When we saw it, we get the same unpleasant feeling we got from looking at the dam. Maybe I was scared too. Scared of seeing something that used to mean a lot to me now in ruins.
あ、出口だよ。
Hikari pointed towards the gap in the trees, where the sun was shining. She started jogging towards it. Nothing ever got to that girl down. Hey, wait up! We matched Hikari's pace and fought her out the forest. Sure enough, that was the abandoned station, its sole occupant. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty run down and ragged. But then again, hadn't exactly been new when we used to come here. Seeing it in the light of day, sure we all thought the same thing. Just the same as ever. Hadn't changed. There's really something special about this place. It's almost like the river of time just passed it by. For a while, we all stood in the platform and took it all in. Just like the first time. We'd stood like this when we discovered the place while looking for the meteorites. A station.
列車がある。でも誰もいないね。廃駅だよ。だってここの路線はもう今は使われてないはずだもん。
Did you just leave the train here? Hickory ran along the platform.
ドア開いてる。中入れるよ。
Wait a sec. That still looks pretty intact. Oh yeah, definitely looks intact. That's interesting. And the outside looks pretty ragged. Oh, even has the fence on top. Wow, that is old as hell, isn't it? Damn. Okay then. There's only one door open at the end of the carriage. Sayana followed Hikari through the one open door.
綺麗なままだね。
Oh, probably because the door was closed. Door at the back, leading to a second car. Excuse me. Was also shut, so the interior of the car wasn't very messy at all.
すごいすごい。
All thoughts of a alleged meteorite disappeared from our heads in a flash. This had felt like the discovery of a century.
ねえ、ここは私たちの秘密基地にしようよ。
Sayana eagerly agreed to Hikari's suggestion. Felt like no one could have a better secret base than this. But I had a suggestion on my own. No, wait. How about a secret observatory? After that, cleaned up the inside of the car, brought in food, furniture, a few pieces of junk that we consider treasures.
あの頃と。
Can I... Oh. Wow, they actually have the setup. They got like a radio, they got a globe. Damn, they decked this place out, didn't they? Oh, wow, that's pretty solid, actually.
全然変わってないね。
Wish you could like... As much as I like to look at the girls, you know, the cute girls and everything, cute anime waifus. Why do do the weird cringy shit? It's a lovely visual novel and do some weird cringy shit. What is going on with me? I need sleep. Anyway, I kind of want to see if maybe we could hide them to see what kind of like junk they have in the back. Looks pretty full there. And have a duck and a cat here. Wasn't as clean and had gotten rustier. Notice a few more dead leaves and cobwebs than they used to be, but it had survived. Our stuff was still here too. It really hadn't changed as much as I thought it would have.
大きなタイムカプセルみたい。
Stepped outside and took another look at the train's car's exterior. It was rusty and the paint was peeling in places. The windows were caked in dirt, but not yet broken. Can't believe it. The station was part of the line run down. Excuse me. Once it started on it, I can't stop. My sleep schedule's been all messed up, so I apologize if I get a little bit weary or end up getting a little mumbly. I'll try my best not to do that. The station was part of a line run by the railway company his dad worked for. Before I even moved here, part of the track had been buried in a landslide, and rather than recover it, they just discontinued the line. A train car has been here during the landslide. Guess that's why the left here to rust. Never found out for sure. Also, we never found out what happened to Hikari's dad exactly. She never did tell us anything. Suppose that would take a lot of money and effort to move it, but no one would really mind it being left in a remote place like this. So we were the ones that have found this forgotten train. And we had made our secret observatory. This train is the Milky Way Railroad Observatory, headed for the sky. That's actually pretty epic. Though we three have conquered the solar system, our journey is not yet over. Epic.
あったよ、秋田。
Kitty peeked out through the door.
とイビルアイ。そう、それ。恥ずかしいからって私に言わせるのやめてよね。
Piece of junk known as the Ancient One's evil eye was enshrined at the back of the car. It was just a thick piece of colored glass. It had a round shape and its surface was covered in concentric circles that spread out like little ripples in water. That's what made it look like an eye. Back when we was in 6th grade, it was decided that our school was going to be shut down at the end of the year. It started demolishing the old school building ahead of time. That's where the old decoration came from. We always thought it was creepy when we were little, so we decided to give it a creepy name, the Ancient One's Evil Eye. I had tried to make a Dobsonian telescope before. I asked Miss Satomi if he could use this for a telescope objective mirror. John Dobson had used glass from ship portholes in the telescope that were later then named after him. So I thought we could do something similar. Plus, it felt like the Ancient One's Evil Eye must have some kind of amazing power slumbering within it. In the end, though, it didn't work out. Our telescope was never completed. Maybe it was too ambitious for a project for us while we were still that young. Now all we had left was this piece of glass. Maybe I hadn't thrown it away, but I couldn't remember what happened to it.
なんでも宝物見つけたって言って拾ってくる光のおかげだね。人をカラスか何かみたいに言わないでくれるかな。
I'm sorry, but I see a bunch of like empty bottles and stuff. That's pretty hoardy. The old train really was a time capsule. Can't carry this all the way home. Let's come back tomorrow with a wheelbarrow or something. How did we even manage to move this around before? Good lord, look at this place. Oh my god, this is a mess. This is a mess. I mean, in a way, you can kind of, you know, in a way, I gotta commend them. They use the spacing pretty well. They have a bunch of wires, empty bottles, probably empty boxes, bottles, a trash can. Well, I mean, at least they have a trash can in the back, I guess. They have a radio, flashlights, plenty of flashlights, cords still, a net, a ladder, fishing rods, just pipes? What? Oh my god. I mean, not gonna lie, this is like my childhood as well. Whatever, back in Russia, whatever junk you could find, that was your treasure. That was your treasure for you to keep. If nobody else was using it, you kept it. And we had a secret base and everything. It wasn't anything like, you know, like a freaking train cart or anything. No, we just hid stuff like a large bush or something, and like up on like a tree house or whatever. Really shoddily made tree house, like a tree fort. But still, damn. Little mysteries stayed hanging in the air, but satisfied that the glass was still here, I turned to leave. Home? Hikari looked confused. It's not like there's any point in sticking around. Saya watched me, trying to call me back. Sorry, I have to head to work. I said curtly, left the two girls behind. Guy gotta work if he's gonna be owning his own place, you know? Oh, we're going back to now. Still flashing forward and back. Thank you, please come again. Finally finished serving the last customer, headed and heaved a sigh of relief. The store was pretty busy this time of day. Lots of people were headed home from work. Once we dealt with them, though, we had some time to breathe before the next train of commuters arrived. The sun had long set since it was dark out. Wonder if they're still there. Looked at my phone, had no new messages. He could have come here by train. Jeez, at least drop in on your way back. Left had led them both behind like that. Couldn't blame Hikari if she gone home without saying anything to me. What is she thinking? Became irritated just thinking about Hikari's actions over the last few days. Still couldn't work out why she joined the astronomy club.
Smile, smile. 外からも見えてるわよ.
And Miss Mikoro comes out with that beautiful English, smile, smile. Miss Mikoro appeared from the back room. It's true that when this was dark, when it was this dark outside, you could see the inside of the store clearly. Even I couldn't smile. Couldn't at least try to not look irritated. Thank you for the day.
Company.
There aren't all that many people I can count on. You really helped me out. Right, sorry, Haran, she wasn't finished yet. My bad. Still trying to get the timing for things, I'm sorry. Really? Was it really safe to ask for money after getting chewed out early the same day? Which means that that really was all the money she had? I am really sorry. Shrugging off her mom's lecture was something she was used to. Miss Mikharu went to open the warm pork bun case, but stopped. Gonna take one, my treat. Maybe she felt a little weird about being treated by a former student because Miss Mikharu blushed a little when she nodded. Rang the purchase and pulled out my wallet to pay. Here's some coffee too. Damn, look at that! Look at that! I can just be the gentleman to Miss Mikharu, hell yeah! I mean, that's the least he could do to, you know, since he did kind of, you know, cash her out fully. Poured out a glass of coffee. A cup of coffee. I already know how Miss Mikharu liked it. Lots of milk and sugar. You can come see it when we're done. Miss Mikharu grumbled as she took her coffee. Most of the 6 Star Club activities are going to be held out in the mountains, I think. She joined us for some stargazing. You don't get many chances to watch the stars these days, right? I knew better than anyone that Miss Mikharu didn't have the money for proper stargazing equipment. She wasn't just avoiding it like me. But... Miss Mikharu bit into her steaming pork bun. Couldn't tell if she was being sincere or just kidding around. Sure is. Was still coming to grips with it. Miss Mikharu decided not to go over the cafe area, but stayed at the counter, silently eating her bun. We like those pork buns, huh? Even Miss Mikharu had been a kid once. Obviously she had, but it was hard to imagine. She was already an adult when I first met her. It was easy to think she'd always been like that. Back when we were kids, those pork buns were a luxury item. Whenever we had extra allowance, or we were really craving them, we'd all pitch in and buy one together. Miss Mikharu finished off the last of her bun, washed it down with some coffee. She was done. She took a deep breath. She took a notebook out of her bag, laid it on the counter. What was this? The front cover was being held together with tape. I felt like I'd seen this old book before. Wait, this is... Wow! A planetary observation journal. That's right. Hikari, Saya and I wrote this together. Why do you still have it though? And what's with the tape? What happened? Did it fall apart? Did something happen? We used the journal to record observation over 1 year. We're going to submit it as our 6th grade independent study project. Saya handed it in, huh? She must have been the one who taped it too. Is it? Oh, it is, yes. Nodded. There was no use in hiding it. Miss Mikharu sighed, but didn't ask any more. I silently stared at the notebook. Even the torn pages inside had been mended. When I imagined Saya fixing this all by herself, I felt a pain in my chest.
じゃなきゃロブソニアン作ろうなんて思いつかないよ。
Why was the journal ripped up? Why was it ripped up? I feel like something might have happened in the past, and then maybe Akito got frustrated, maybe ripped it up. Because I don't think maybe Hikari ripped it up? Maybe they had a fight? I don't know. I don't know exactly what's up. That was Hikari's idea.
同じことだよ。そのアイディアにああやって乗っかったんだから。
Mito was right. I did still love the stars. They were so beautiful. I could watch them all night. But that's exactly why I didn't. It meant too much to me. It would just hurt all the more. Why'd you quit being a teacher? The question made me sound like a sulky child.
学校がなくなっちゃったからね。
You could have gone to another school. That's what the old other teachers did. It didn't take it as hard as Hikari did today, but you still surprised me. I wanted Miss Mihoto to stay the perfect teacher we'd always knew. Maybe it was selfish to push my own expectations onto her, but it's not like that was such a bad thing. You know what? I'm gonna keep saying it and repeat, and I apologize. But everything about this particular visual novel is extremely relatable, except the stargazing thing. I never really got into much into stargazing in particular. Kind of found my own interests, but almost everything is like, damn. It's like even back when I was younger, I started realizing that people have their own lives and stuff like that. You know, when you were really little at first, you thought, oh, my teacher is just a teacher because they had to teach and that's what they're good at. And then you find them in different fields and stuff, and it's like hits you, it's like, oh shit, these aren't just people waiting for me to. It's cool to, you know, for me to teach. Yeah, it's like when I was very little. They actually have people that have their own lives to live and everything, their own circumstances. It's like, was a little like mind blown moment. Back, like thinking about it now is like so dumb. Of course they have their own lives and everything, but when I was really young, I was like, oh damn, they have their own lives. It's weird, but kind of cool. I always loved and admired Miss Satome. I mean, you can still admire her now. She's still pretty great. Just unemployed. It was unreasonable to want to always feel that way about our favorite teacher. Miss Mihiro's face took on a serious expression.
私も続けられるならそうしたかった。でもできなかったのよ。
Why not? Exactly.
10円ハゲができてたの。
Huh? Miss Mihiro went from looking serious to downright depressed.
あんたたちのキラキラした瞳にさらされてると、いつ自分の本性を見透かされるだろうって毎日不安でビクビクしてたもん。
Oh.
モンスターペアレントは学校に怒鳴り込んでくるし、偉い人は無茶ぶりばっかりしてくるし、教師がなんかやらかしたら即不祥事扱いだし。
Damn.
気がついたら円形脱毛症になってたの。ほら、ここらへん。
Smikuro lifted up the hair at the back of her head. She didn't have any bald patches, but in places her hair was shorter where it had recently been started to grow back. I didn't know what to say. I had no idea. She had a way more serious reasoning for quitting than I imagined. I just thought it was because she hated getting up in the mornings, or just didn't want to work anymore. Guess it means so part of the reason Miss Mihoto started losing her hair. We'd always been kind of mischievous, but never thought we'd cause a teacher this much trouble. I am really sorry. Miss Mihoto put her hands in her pocket and stared absently out the window. Yeah.
私、向いてなかったのよ。先生って仕事。これでも一応希望を持って選んだ職業だったんだけどね。
Couldn't stand to hear her put herself down. That's not true. Forgetting that I was on a job, I raised my voice. You were a great teacher back then.
あの頃はって。おい。
You're still great, Miss Mihoto. You're still wonderful. We all looked up to you so much. Even Takeichi tried to behave around you. What about Saya? She just had to go to Seisen because she wanted to be a great teacher like you.
あの子、そんなこと言ってるの?
Damn, it puts a lot of pressure on her, doesn't it? That was the amazing thing about Saya. Even when she was Michiru as she is now, when she saw Michiru, she never gave up on her dream. That girl looked delicate, but her heart was strong.
なんかプレッシャーね。
Miss Michiru nervously fiddled with her hair. And besides, you weren't just a teacher. You taught us how fun watching the stars could be. That night, when you showed us the winter alberea, that was what had started it all. On a freezing winter night, Miss Michiru had shown us the blue and orange double stars shining in the night sky. If she hadn't done that, we never would have given astronomy a second thought. Hikari probably would have gone back to being just classmates. We might not have made friends with Sai either. Miss Michiru just stared at me. It's just been a shock to hear me come out of all this. Sorry. She gave me a bittersweet smile.
でも、その教え子は星を見るのをやめちゃったわ。
Damn. That's so depressing. That's actually kind of depressing if you think about it. She inspired them so much to, get together and watch the stars and bring in the light to their childlike wonder, showing this beautiful world, this amazing thing they can observe together, they can share together. And then something went and happened, and apparently tore the journal, made Saya cry. And sad Saya is usually not a good kind of Saya. That's a really bad Saya. You don't want a sad Saya. And then even after all this inspirational talk, they never looked at the stars. That'll probably make Miss Michiru think maybe I didn't inspire them enough. They stopped, looking at the stars. Those words were like a knife in my heart. Yeah. Imagine her. Imagine how she must feel at this point.